It's time! Today I'm going to up-pot my starts that have been under the grow light in the house into solo cups. Don't go away. I think it's time to pot up all of these plants. Look at those sunflowers. They are tall, and look at that lettuce back there. Yep. I think we need to pot these babies up. Okay guys, here we go. Ta-da! Here are all my starts here. There's another one right here. If you remember, if you haven't seen all of the video, I will make sure that there's a link at the end. So make sure you watch. Let's see. So I have these solo cups. Not quite enough of them, so I went to the dollar store and had my husband drill holes in the bottom because they come in packets of 16 as $1.25, and he just drilled holes all together, right? So he set this on the ground and then he drilled 3 times in each one of these stacks. It's the only way to do it. They're so different than these solo cups here. These solo cups here, I used this little pointy thing and I poked holes in it. I said, no way I'm gonna be able to do this. He even had a hard time. I said, get your drill out. So that's what we did. And so we're gonna take all the starts we have here and we're going to up-pot them and put them in some soil that has some fertilizer in it. Because your starts, when you first grow them, they do not need fertilizer in order to grow at that point. But once they get to a certain point, which this is where they're at, they need to be put in a larger container and fertilized, getting ready for the fall season. I'm not quite ready for them to go in the ground yet, and they aren't ready. They have to get hardened out here, but I have my patio here. I block I'll show you when I'm done, but I block the wind. They get limited sun to none, and I just keep an eye on them. And that's how I harden them and get them ready to go in the ground as they're, getting ready and growing a bit still. Now, they'll be a little sad initially when I first put them in this because they're getting a little bit of a shock. Not too much, because the planters that I have, if you see, their little roots grow through the sides, so they don't get root down. So there's very little disturbance to the roots themselves. So they do pretty good. But that's why we got to get them up in these, get them into these trays over here. We'll water them from the bottom, put them over here on the patio, shield them from the wind. They get limited to no sun. And then we just start moving them around during the day, giving them a little bit of sun. Once they get to the point where we're ready to put them in the ground, well, actually I say the ground, but in containers. I put everything in containers. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna set them out in the sun. I usually put them in the pot wherever they're gonna be. I'll set them there for an hour or two one day, maybe 3 or 4 hours the next day. If they do fine, then the third day I'll go ahead and pot them up get them in that pot as long as the weather cooperates. All right, enough details. If I missed anything, you have any questions at all, put them down in the comments. I love all your questions. Keep bringing them. Make sure you plant a full crop. You got to do it. All right, so I'm going to put you on a time lapse, and I'm going to get all of these put into my solo cups with my soil that already has fertilizer in it. Once we transplant them to where their final destination is going to be, I will then amend the soil again. But for now, we just have potting soil mix that has fertilizer already in it. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. So it is days later and I was still actually working. I'm sorry you can see my finger. I don't know what the heck I am doing wrong. Let's try that. Days later, and I still am not completely done with potting up. Let's go ahead and see what I've gotten done. I ran out of potting soil. I even ran out of solo cups. Can you believe that? That's how many starts I have. And I probably have at least 30 to 60 more to do. So I'm not going to run to the market just to have to then come back and finish this video. So I'm going to go ahead, turn this camera around, and let's go ahead and see what I got going on. Okay, so here we go. Now, these are right here are my rainbow chard. And then we've got some, what is that? Broccoli. So that's my broccoli. And then we've got bok choy over here. Look at all this. Look at all this. Now, you see there's only some solo cups in this one. So all of this Brussels sprouts and some more lettuce. And I think that, oh, and that's kale over there. Those still need to be done. But then look at this. This is celery coming up. Obviously, it's not ready to do anything, but we got it outside now, so it's hardened. That's cool. These are some sunflowers. And then look at this. This is all lettuce I did this morning. Can you believe all that? And then over here under the chair, we've got more Brussels sprouts. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, they're just going to hang out and get healthy. The weather is starting to cool down. We're going to have a warm day this week, though, so who knows? Who knows when we'll be ready for fall? Probably in another 2 or 3 weeks. And by then, these starts should be just perfect. So I think I timed it right this year. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And don't forget, if you haven't seen where I started all of this, I'll put a link, a playlist down below for you so you can watch all the videos where I decided what I was going to grow this year, where I was going to put it, and then started my seeds till today when we potted up and a few days ago. Thanks for watching. Peace. Until next time. Bye now. I'm out here on the patio this morning. You see my lights on. Look at this beautiful sunrise. I'm trying not to trip over everything. Yes. A magical hour, my friends. Good morning, Ritzy Roo. What's going on out there? Huh? What's going on out there? Are you ruling the world this morning? Are you ruling the world this morning? Yeah. My baby girl. Are you my baby girl? Yes, you are. Are you ready to go water? Are you ready to go water? Our Ritzy Roo loves to garden. She just follows her mama.